Welcome to the Basketball Show. I'm Nathan Stremple and we're here at the throwbackstore.com.au, and what a week in basketballs. I'm joined once again by Shane, the Hammer Hill.
Fantastic to be here. It was a huge week in the NBL, but all basketball around the world, and going to be a great show.
Great things happening in hoops. Big thanks to our sponsor Unibet. Now, Hammer, as we get underway, I'm very curious why you are representing Draymond Green today.
Mate, don't worry about the Warriors right now. I've got an announcement to make. We've got another sponsor that's come on board. Yes, Alcatel, and they have smartphones. They have very good smartphones and affordable. And what that means is that we've got gifts for the people that get involved. And I love being able to give gifts.
Very exciting. We like to share the love. Stay with us for the Alcatel Superstar coming up later. Also the league's most quotable coach on Alcatel Crunchtime. But now more to the point, Draymond Green.
Well, I love him. He wears his heart in his sleeve. He's an agitator, and that's what I'm going to be today, because I've been a little bit soft, I reckon, in the last episodes, and just a bit reserved. Today I'm taking a leaf out of his book.
You're suggesting you might be traded soon?
No, I'm going to put you in the naughty corner like he was. That's what I'm going to do.
This is why I'm out. No, I'm not out. I'm in. It's time to get underway. Stay with us. Our first segment here, as always, Under the Hammer.
Right, let me get my hammer. Feel much more comfortable, and it's to the Cairns Taipans. They're under the hammer this week. And I like the Cairns Taipans. I like Mike Kelly, and he's done a great job with his Americans. They have played unbelievably well so far, and better than what I think anyone would have imagined. But I'm going to turn up the heat and put the hammer on the locals. They haven't got it done. They've lost 7 games in a row. Mike Kelly believed in you guys. Have a listen to this stat. Walker, Kernich Drew, Kenny played 58 minutes on the weekend for 9 points. 9 points. They need to bring it, mate. Their backs to the wall. They should have been more desperate to get on and to be able to get that win in front of their home crowd than any other game they've ever played in. And whilst they play hard and everything, that result is simply not good enough.
Game that went to overtime just a little bit may have got them over the line. So this week it is the locals for the Cairns Taipans. You are under the hammer. As always, we like to share the love as well as call people out. So we move now into the stroke of the week.
I'm going with the Adelaide 36ers.
Ooh.
And you'd say, mate, how could you stroke a team that's won 1 out of their last 5 games? They're on a 4-game losing streak, but I'll tell you why. The timing that Joey Wright had to be able to get rid of Idris De Leon was perfect. He gave him enough chance, proved that he's not the right player. So now you need to bring in a superstar, and they did exactly that. And they did it with Demetrius Conga, and they are going to make a serious run. And he did it at a time where they play Illawarra, I think, 3 times. I think they play Brisbane and Cairns over a period of time. They are going to find themselves in the top 4 in the next month, and I think they are going to be playing their best basketball at the end, and that's how Joey Wright teams play. Now,
runner-up MVP last year coming in, Demetrius Conga, you're about to stroke them. Have they got enough people that can stroke it?
Yes, but that's not what that's not where their bread's buttered. They want to be able to get to the bucket. They are long. They're unique for this league now. They play up-tempo, and I think Conga, who shot over 40% last year, so he was a good signing in that. But I still think they'll end up with a backup point guard in Australian. I think they need a little bit more in the backcourt. I think that'll happen.
Big call, and they'll be great to watch, no doubt. So Adelaide 36ers, welcome Demetrius Conga. You are getting stroked. Time now for us to thank you. Last week we talked about something very close to our heart. We threw out the cause hashtag Stop the Flop. Matt Logue at the Daily Telegraph picked it up. It went national. Social media blew up. Everyone's getting around it. We don't want to see it in the game. So thank you for your support and what came under the radar this week.
Mate, I reckon it stopped for about 4 games. But I don't think there was any flops for the first 4 games or something. And then
Coach Rob Beveridge.
In it came, well, Rob Beveridge, thank you to Kevin White. He was a bit harsh, though, I think, Whitey, on his coach, because 110 kilos of Harry Froling steaming towards you. I'm surprised he didn't get thrown straight into the crowd.
If Harry Froling hits me, I'm hitting the deck real hard. But in a serious note, any players that came under the eye for you?
Well, it came into contention on Sunday, didn't it, with Chris Golding and also Cam Glidden. So you make up your own mind, but a lot of people had a say, and I think both those guys don't need to flop. I think they're superstars of our league, and I think that whilst you get rewarded, sometimes you want to embellish how much you're actually and emphasise how much you've been hit, but they just don't need to do it. So we hope that it's out.
I think what you're saying is no one needs to do it, and it's not just a one-week thing. We want to keep calling it out. We want it out of the game. You're our eyes out there. Keep letting us know things that come under the radar for you. Hashtag stop the flop. Moving now into the Alcatel Superstar. So we've seen this segment come where we've featured young basketballers all around the country that send in their stuff. Great looking phone there, Hammer.
Yeah,
Our friends at Alcatel are offering a phone to each person we feature on the Alcatel Superstar, but also the guys that have already been featured, you're getting an Alcatel phone as well. Who have we got this week, Hammer?
Well, we've gone back to little Pistol Pete because he was on the very first episode, but he's got a whole lot of highlights. So check this one out. And you see him playing for the Sutherland Sharks against Norths. And he's on the top line of the press. He gets this steal. He just spins around and then a nice little bit of curry off the backboard and bang, Pistol Pete, you are the man.
So, all thanks to Alcatel Pistol Pete, you've got a phone coming your way. Now, those of you out there who think you're the next Alcatel Superstar, send in your vision, find us on our website or the socials. We want to see the next Alcatel Superstar to pick up your very own smartphone. The starting five, the 5 hottest topic of the week, 5 quick questions, 24 seconds to answer. Starting with,
Got my new phone.
what was Bryce Cotton thinking?
Oh my goodness. Now, I love Bryce Cotton. He's the MVP, the current MVP, and he will be the next MVP. But, oh my goodness. I can't remember a superstar that has lost his mind in that sort of situation after hitting so many game winners and everything else. 4 points up. Turn around. Look at the crowd. Go stand in the corner. Do not run next to the guy with the ball. And then certainly do not jump.
Moving on. The South East Melbourne Phoenix, 9th team in the league starting next year.
Can't wait. Heartland of basketball, don't worry about that. And I think this is a great addition to the NBL. Over 100,000 people play in that region. But a lot of question marks about the Phoenix Rising. I'm not sure whether that's the right way to go. A lot of question marks about the colours. And I'm no colour expert, but I'm not sure that would have been my preferable colour, going with the green. But I think they know what they're doing, and good luck to them. And I think it's going to be a successful bid.
My favourite colour is green. Well done, Tommy Greer. Third into the season, 6 rounds in, MVP talk.
Well, I think there's 5 people in contention. Now, Bryce Cotton is number 1. He's out in front. He's so far in front at the moment that no one else has been able to even see him at the moment. Then I think we've got 3 players. We've got Ware, Bogut and Randall. They're all about second, I reckon, equal second. And then in 5th spot, you've got Trimble. And he's been unbelievable, but his team is a disaster right now, so he's 5th.
You mentioned Bogut in the MVP conversation. What an incredible performance from him on the weekend.
I'm not sure we've seen a more dominant performance by a big guy in a long, long time, since the Mark Davis and James Crawford sort of eras. But for him to be able to score, he rebounded, he passed 7 assists or something, 5 blocks, but he probably put off another 10 shots where Long and the New Zealand Breakers were scared to go in there, and he just adjusted it. Absolute superstar, and he's certainly right up there.
Dominated more than the security guard who kicked me out of the club as a 16-year-old dominated me. He was incredible there, kicking him out of the keyway. Finally, you're wearing the Warriors jersey, Golden State. They've lost 4 out of the last 5. Time for concerns?
Oh, there's no doubt there's concerns. But one other factor you've got to throw in is Steph Curry, when he plays, they win 80% of the games, roughly. When he's not playing, they're 50-50. When he gets back into the lineup, I think things will settle down. But I tell you, why are they picking on my man, Draymond Green? Well, it's all about money. It's all about, oh, we've got to kiss, the butt of KD. He's out of contract. We want to be able to stroke him. He's not getting stroked here. I'm with Draymond.
There's the starting 5 hottest topics in quick succession. Care of our friends at Unibet. It's time for the game preview, and Hammer, your forecasts are very good. I feel like you got all but one game right last week.
I even got the margins right, and the one that I said that I was worried about. All right, come on.
No.
Yeah, man, and let me tell you, for a grown man, you get very excited on social media about poking another grown man.
How you do?
Come on.
Just prefer to poke than get poked when it comes to
Come on.
I'll worry about my finger.
Concussion test, please. Concussion test.
Could be trouble.
All right,
Kyle
come
Adam
on.
did a great job stepping in for Kevin Lish. Speaking of concussion, Thursday night, big game for both teams. Brisbane, 3-game losing streak. Illawarra -2, 2-game losing streak, hosting Illawarra.
Oh, this is like Brisbane have finally got the bye. They're 11 plus. Illawarra were up 11 points in the first quarter, so they solved their problems with starting, and they lost by 25. A 36-point turnaround. How could you predict Illawarra?
Okay, that's Brisbane. Moving on, Friday night, New Zealand, and isn't this great? 8 out of the last 9 championships, back-to-back New Zealand, Perth. First of all, in New Zealand, they host Perth.
I cannot believe that I'm actually tipping New Zealand. They let me down against Melbourne, and then they went to Sydney and stunk it up against the Kings. Now, the Kings were great, but they didn't have Kevin Lish, and they were down 20 at one stage. I'm going to pick them 1-10 against Perth, hoping that Perth still have their superstars out.
Filming on a Monday, so obviously we don't know the injury announcements.
Are you challenging on that?
I'm just going to wait and think about my challenge, all right?
Okay.
Friday, I've got a good record, 3 out of 4. Friday, Adelaide hosting Cairns. They're on a 7-game losing streak.
Mate, you set the rules. I pick them all, and you come in and cherry pick at the end like a vulture.
Get
You're like a vulture, mate.
You have first pick, whoever you like.
All right.
You won't even let me challenge on the WNBL.
Adelaide will be too good. Adelaide will be way too good. I told you, they're on a roll. And even though Cairns are close, they're just not getting it done. And they will steamroll. And I think they'll win 11 plus.
Okay, that's Cairns to be an 8-game losing streak. Then we move on to Saturday. What a game this is going to be. In Melbourne, Sydney returning.
Well, you would think that Kevin Lish is back, and you would think that the Sydney Kings have improved dramatically since the last time these two teams played. So I don't think it'll be 77-70 or whatever it was. I think it'll be a higher scoring game. But I still can't go past Melbourne right now. Until Sydney beat one of these big teams, I can't pick them. Melbourne are looking very good, 1-10.
Sunday, Illawarra hosting Adelaide.
I can't pick Illawarra. Until they show me that they care, I just can't pick them. Because they, like at the moment, Cedric Jackson, they just don't care right now. So I'm with Adelaide, and I'm going 11 plus.
Sunday, to close out the NBL round, Perth now hosting New Zealand, the rematch in the jungle.
I'm saying Perth's lost. In New Zealand, they come back home, 13,000 people, and I reckon they just get home. I think they'll get home 1-10. They have been unbelievable, Perth. I can't speak highly enough about what they've done with 3 of their starters out. Bryce Cotton will probably get 40 in that game.
I actually like the way you pick most games. I was thinking about challenging Perth to go in New Zealand.
Do you want to phone a friend, mate? Do you want to phone a friend with Alcatel?
I'm going to go.
Here, go on, phone a friend.
I'm going to challenge on the Melbourne-Sydney game. I love what Melbourne are doing, championship favourite, but Sydney was so impressed from the weekend. I feel like that could go either way. You've gone Melbourne.
I agree.
So that puts me on the Kings.
I like it.
I can't wait to watch that game. Moving on. WNBL game of the week showing on Fox. Townsville at Bendigo. Townsville 3-5. Bendigo 6-3. They've won 4 out of the last 5.
Yeah, well, they're going okay, Townsville as well. But I got a chance to watch Bendigo, and I was impressed with Bendigo for what they've got on paper. And I think they'll win 1-10 at home just because it's at home.
So Townsville are going okay. They're 3-5. I don't think they think that.
Well, the last weekend, I thought they were good. They beat Adelaide in Adelaide, and then they only just lost against Melbourne.
Fair enough. Susie's last season, they need to get it done soon if they're going to figure in the finals. Move over to America, looking at the NBA. First of all, Cleveland at Philadelphia Saturday morning, our time. Markel Fultz trying to get his stroke right.
Oh, he's not getting that right. That's gone. That free throw looks like Charles Barkley's golf swing. I mean, what is that? It's all in the head. But Philly, I think they're just going to roll on for a little bit longer. Jimmy Butler getting some confidence. So a great start for him. And we know Cleveland aren't flash. I'm going Philly 11 plus.
Saturday afternoon, our time, the one to watch, the Lakers hosting Utah.
Well, Lakers are looking okay, a little bit up and down, and obviously any time LeBron's playing, they're a big chance to be able to win. But I've got to stay with Joe Ingles and Dante. I think they're well drilled. They're not playing their best basketball, don't worry about that. But I think they'll find a way to be able to win this one 1-10.
Then we move on to Sunday. Milwaukee hosts the Spurs, filming today on a Monday. The Spurs just beat the Warriors today.
I love the Bucks. I'm going with the Bucks, 11 plus. They are looking like a machine. I think they win this one 11 plus. So a lot of respect, obviously, for San Antonio. It's a great club, but 11 plus.
And finally, for our previews, care to Unibet, Portland hosting the Clippers. That's Monday afternoon, Australian time.
2 teams that have overachieved. I like both teams and the way they play. But I'm going to go Portland. playing some really good basketball at the moment. I'll go 1-10 because I think the Clippers will keep that one close.
There's expert knowledge from Shane the Hammer Heel on the Unibet game previews. We get so much feedback about this segment, it's everyone's favourite. It's Crunch Time, brought to you by Alcatel. And this week, one of the most quotable coaches in the league.
Well, I've gone at Joey Wright because he looks grumpy. You know, last year he didn't want to talk to the media and he said, we'll do the best we can, we do the best we can. Well, I wanted to show a little bit of personality from the super coach, and it was actually a little bit of fun. Check it out. All right, for Crunch Time this week, we've got one of the all-time superstars of players and coaches in the league. Joey, thanks for joining us, mate.
Thanks for having me on set.
All right, here we go. Number of questions. You've got to answer pretty quickly, all right? Fold or scrunch? Fold or scrunch?
Fold.
Pineapple on a pizza?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good for an American. I like that.
When it comes to that.
All right, toughest NBL opponent?
Toughest NBL opponent would have been Leroy Loggins.
Yep. Good. Biggest tight ass you coached?
Penny Castle, easy answer.
The biggest tight ass you played with?
Cecil Waxman.
Oh, there you go. One-on-one, who wins, Randall or Cotton?
Randall.
Trimble or Ware?
Trimble.
Gaze or Copeland now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Coach looks the same.
Yeah, he does. He's still beat
Coach.
Drewy?
Yeah.
Drewy might not ever get the ball back.
I used to beat Drewy back in the day.
Gleason or Beveridge?
Ooh. I'm going to go.
Well, we gave away his video. Who would you start an NBL team with? Ingles or Paddy Mills?
I would start Eagles.
Baines or Exum?
Baines.
Yep. Favourite NBA player to watch?
Okay.
Best player you've ever coached in the NBL?
I'm going to have to go Eddie O'Rourke or CJ.
Could you beat Bevo in a 100-metre sprint? Now.
I could roll and beat Bevo in a 100-metre sprint.
And last question, whose hair would you rather wear? Mine or Craig Mollis?
Oh, God.
I could imagine
It would be worse if Craig Muller's hair was your color. I'm going to have to, I hate to say it, I'm going to go Craig Muller.
I would love to see that. Good on you, Joe.
No problem.
It's your work. Corey Homicide Williams on the camera and then making people like me jealous, just ending with what hair would you rather wear? I'd take any of those.
How's his laugh, though? Our celebrity cameraman, Homicide Williams. Thank you, brother. And well done, Joey Wright. So you get to see a different side of these blokes. I loved it.
Very, very good. That is Crunch Time by Alcatel. And that is all we've got time for this week here on The Basketball Show. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate your support on all the social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube, our website as well. Big thank you to our major sponsor, Unibet, and also Alcatel coming on board. Hammer, it's been another big week in basketball.
Big show. Can't wait till next week.
Thank you again to you, Shane the Hammer Heel. We'll see you next week on The Basketball Show.